What's happening here?
This is also one of my little favorite sections. So you circle this soft, like furry, still solid but soft. The book is dog friendly. Wow, I feel like it has been a while since I've done like a proper talking YouTube video, but here we are. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you're probably aware that I have started my own business. This is something I've been working on since the start of 2022. It's been a really cool process and something I've always wanted to do. So this business that I've started pretty much has a similar purpose to the reason that I started YouTube in the first place. But anyway, I thought throughout this video I'd kind of go through, you know, how it all started and what my business is, the whole process, and some behind the scenes that I haven't shown anywhere else. So this is like a little exclusive. But yeah, I'm not going to be sitting here talking the whole time. Like, I will show you different clips and stuff. But yeah, if you're interested in well-being or health, or if you're just interested in learning about like small businesses, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let's start from the start. So my business is called State of Mind. Mind is spelled with a Y, like almond milk. And it just focuses on everything with like mental health and just like little aesthetic products and things like that. So like my vision for the brand is like a beachy sort of natural, eco-friendly vibe. The first thing that I've made is a daily journal, and I'll get into that soon. But in the future, I'm looking at making drink bottles, beach accessories, some online stuff as well, fitness programs and that sort of stuff. So we're gonna focus on my very first product that I've launched, which is the daily journal. This one is a little bit dirty because I have been taking it with me everywhere. So this goes throughout 6 months, but there's no dates in it, so you can start it whenever you want. It's like a daily planner, but it also has so much more than just like to-do lists in there. There's everything from workouts with QR code demonstrations, and if you scan the QR code it will take you to a YouTube video to go through the workout. There's monthly goal settings, reflections where you have a whole list of questions that you need to answer. Over 175 quotes in here. These are my favorite quotes ever. I have a quote for everything. There is weekly planners as well. So the material of the book is like a white linen sort of material, just because I didn't want to do something boring, just like a normal book. So it feels very soft. And then the writing says daily journal, and it's rose gold like imprinted in it. And then on the back we have stateofmind.co. And so when you open up the journal, it'll say your daily journal, and then we've got the welcome and guides and content. So it explains what the journal is, what's included in each day, and how to use it pretty much. This is the monthly planner. This is what you first, this is like your first template in the book. There's 6 monthly planners because this goes throughout 6 months. Otherwise, if I did it for 12 months, the book would be way too thick. Monthly planners at the top, and then you have a space to write down the month. And this gives you the flexibility. Say if you start it in February, like that's no worry at all. Do it whenever. And then you list your top 3 goals. In the little section here, we've got 6 like quick fire sort of questions. So they're just little questions to make you either just pause for a moment and think about what you're proud of, things that you've learned, not necessarily academically, but it could just be like, I've learned that I need to, you know, give myself more breathing time. Then at the bottom you've got a reflection on your previous month, so you can just talk about like, was it a good month, what went well. Then after that you have a weekly planner, so you get a weekly planner. Following that you have 7 daily planners, and then another weekly planner, and it goes throughout 4 weeks. And then you get another monthly planner, so it's kind of broken up into 4-week blocks. Looks like this. So at the top you begin by writing the date, so you write Monday through to Sunday. So say if Monday is the 1st of January, you write 1 and then the 1, and Sunday will be the 7th, so you write the 7th of the 1st. You get like this little grid here, and you can write down under each day if you've got something major on. So say if you have like dance or a sport, write it all in here just so you're aware of what's going on throughout the week. On the side here, this is my favorite little section. So the first block is your movement plan. So you can write down what workouts you're planning on doing in the week. Then underneath that you've got 3 lines to write your main task for the week. So it might be like you've got an assignment due. Next section is I'm looking forward to. So 3 things you're looking forward to. Again, just to like encourage that positive thinking. Then you've got main focus at the bottom of the week, whether that be friendships, organization, just like a little focus. And then at the bottom you can write down your thoughts and feelings. So say if there's anything going on, or it's just kind of like a little blank space to write some stuff down if you need to like plan or got any thoughts. And after those lines, you also have a spot to tick it off as well. So if you've achieved it or done it, you can tick it off. Quite satisfying to do that. I'll go through one of the daily base planners, which is what most pages look like in this book. This was like so intense designing this because I have no design skills like this, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. So up the top, you start off by writing the date up here. Again, it's got the blank spaces with the dashes, so you write down like 1st of January 2023. At the top, you've got your plan section, a little sunrise to say that this is the morning section. You do this in the morning. First column is priorities. So think about what your priorities are for the day. And you write a list, and then next to that, once you do it, you can tick it off. Next to that, you've got personal. So you can kind of break up what's your priority for the day and what's some personal things you want to do for yourself. And this can just help separate like the work-life balance as well. If you're at school as well, like don't just cram in like so much homework and everything for the day, because you're just going to become overwhelmed and you're going to burn out. So try and break it up into having personal time as well. Underneath that, you get a quote for the day. So every single day there is a new different quote that I've either thought of myself or sourced from someone else that I love. And then underneath that, there is a moon with reflect. That is the nighttime reflections that you need to do before bed. So start off with a day recap. This is something that I think is so important to do, and I've been doing it for years, is to just write down just what happened in your day. Not only is it good for like mindfulness, also just good to help you like trace back on things that happened. Say if something pops up and you need to like remember where you were on one day, you got it here. After that, to focus on being positive, you've got the golden moments section, which is where you write down golden moments of your day, so things that went well. And I guarantee you, even on the worst of days, there is something positive you can write, whether it be I woke up in the morning. And then next to that, you've got waves of emotion. This is also one of my little favorite sections. So you circle a smiley face that reflects how you felt throughout the day. So there's like really happy to really sad, and then in the middle. And then after that, just write down, you know, how you felt throughout the day, whether, you know, I was really stressed at school. It just helps you become a lot more resilient, and just, again, helps you detach from things that happened outside of your control and just let you reflect. After you do it for a while and turn it into a daily habit, you will see so much changes in your mindset. I'll go through a few more pages, so I don't want to bore you to sleep. So after like the 7-week blocks, there's also going to be a feature page in there. So this is a workout that I've got in here. So it's a 10-minute core burner. All of the workouts in here you do at home with no equipment. And I've listed the exercises here. And then if you want a demonstration, you scan the QR code and it will take you to a video to show you how to do it. Other sort of feature pages I've got is, this one's also one of my favorites. So it's write a letter to your future self. So consider things you hope to overcome, achieve, or remind yourself of in a couple months, years, or time. Save this page and look back at it when you're ready. Be proud of the person you are now and the things you have overcome, and strive to be better and kinder to yourself. Write a little letter to yourself, and there's a date at the bottom. So you can either like tag this page, rip it out if you want to, and keep it somewhere. Look back in a year or a couple months time, or at the end of the year, and see how things have changed. I did that halfway through year 12 when we were getting near like exams and stuff, and I look back at it and I almost cried because I was like, oh, Paris, the things you used to stress about. Another sort of feature page that we have is the check-in and reflect pages. So they just have like some quick fire questions, things like, how am I feeling? What's been on my mind? What did I dream about last night? My sister loves these pages. Yeah, she just wishes I put these questions in here everywhere. Got some manifestation stuff. I don't want to spoil it all, but that is like the main sort of features of this journal. Again, as I said, like it is just designed to help you either be more productive or think more positively and just have a better outlook on life. That kind of leads me into why I all started and how this all started. Back when I started high school, I went through like a really rough patch where I was very insecure and was not strong at all and wasn't confident in myself, which led to me going down like a really bad, unhealthy path. But like I didn't want to be stuck in that situation. Like I've always been a person with like high hopes and goals for myself. I was just letting other people affect me too much, and I was so worried about the opinions of others and, you know, trying to please everyone and have friends and fit in. I felt so crappy about myself and I was so shy. Like I genuinely just became a hermit crab and didn't speak to anyone. Like I'd be at school and I just wouldn't even say a word. Like it's really bad. So yeah, I started to like want to work on that and build my confidence, I resorted to Pinterest, finding hundreds of quotes. I looked up to inspirational people. Yeah, there are a few people that really helped guide me, and I've learned so much. You know, not let people's opinions who don't know any better affect you. Everything that I have learned, I wanted to put into something that could help people, because I would get messages all the time with people asking for advice, and like that is my favorite thing to do. Like, I love to be able to help you and just talk about things, you know, things that I've been through and advice I can give people to help them not go through that again, which is the reason I started YouTube. But yeah, I wanted to put it all into something that is so much more easily accessible and has the questions that I wish I was asked. So things like, there's a page in here that's talking about like your future and creating the reality that you've always dreamed of. And like, I didn't want to make something online because we're on our phones enough. We don't need to be also be writing on our phones. Like, I think it is good to just get away from technology and just have something like this in your hands that you can write down and just be mindful. But all throughout my life, I've kept a diary, I kept a journal. Always been something that I do because I love being able to look back and see how far like I've changed. And it also just helps me a lot at the moment, like get things out. Going through year 12 was just one of the biggest reasons why I started this as well, is that I had 3 journals because I needed to. Like, I had my to-do list journal, which is where I figured out my assignments and after school activities and planned it all. I had a journal for just getting things out. If something bad happened, I had needed to have a rant. Then I had another one for YouTube. This one, I wanted to put it all together because I hate journals when it's just blank lines everywhere. So I kind of thought of everything that I would need in a book and put it all into one. Which is why not only do you have the to-do list, you have the priorities, you have the dates, you have the reflections, you have the circling the face, you have the quotes, the workouts, the weekly planners, monthly planners. There's just so much into this, which is why it took me so long. Anyway, okay, let's go into how I actually made it, because some of you might find this interesting, seeing some behind the scenes and all of that. I was laying in bed one night and I thought like I feel like I'm ready to actually make something and have something people can benefit from. So I bought a like Adobe plan thing and I used InDesign to create the pages of like the daily planner. I had no idea what I was doing. I started this much from scratch, so I was having to look up how to add text to InDesign. Like, it was that bad. Like, I started from the bottom and it took me months. I also had a document going as well with everything that I wanted to include, so all of my life advice, put up on my Instagram what are things like you guys are struggling with or would want help with, and I included all of that in the journal as well because what you need matters most to me. And then I also had to look up, how do you make a book? Like, I can't go to Officeworks and print them. Like, how do I get a cover? And I knew from the very start that I wanted this textured cover because I did not want, this is my Harry Styles book, ignore that. You can see this, a normal just plain cover. Most journals are like this, or they're that one like thin page, like a novel. This one is soft, like furry, still solid but soft. That's what I wanted. And so I had to look up, where the hell do you make linen journals? How do you make a book? Like, how do you get the pages like this? How do you get the ribbon? There was so much to learn, but it was really fun but also very stressful. I had to figure out what the heck I wanted the cover to be. That was the one like really hard thing, is the cover. And it got to the point where I was getting too late and I just had to get something. So I kept dragging it out and I like needed to do something so I could receive a sample and see if I liked the design of the book. So I received my first sample and I will insert a clip here of what happened.
I just received my first sample, 14th of September. Why is it insecure? Alright, so this is one cover. I do like how soft that is. I don't like the writing at all. The colour is different than I expected. Feels a bit hard. Alright. That will get rid of. Why is that so bold? What's happened here? Right, I 100% am changing the font.
I received my first sample and it was disgusting. I was screwed over big time. Not only did the pages inside the book look completely different on my computer to what they did printed, the cover was foul. I completely rushed the cover. That was that. It looks similar, but it's completely different. Oh, shot on the screen, but like, this is white. This is sort of like a cream sort of color. This is very rough. And this is soft. I thought this is disgusting. It feels gross. And the pages, they were atrocious. Look at them lines. I just wanted to cry. Yeah, the lines were too thick. They looked thin on my computer, but when you got the actual paper copy, they were thick and disgusting. And I hated the font. Some of the words printed in different colors, and I didn't like how the quote was at the bottom because you kind of miss it. What did that mean? Had to design it all again. But it happened for a reason because it made it better. I redesigned it all. Then it got to the point where it was the night where I was just about to send it to the supplier to get it made, and the program crashed. So that meant that after page 50, every single page was blank and white, and I'd lost everything. And because I'm so smart, like, I only saved one copy of it because I just didn't think the damn thing would crash. I also ordered another sample of a cover, just as a different material. This one is like a grey sort of like thing, but I loved how soft it was. So I was like, I need this softness. This is beautiful. Love this feeling, but I need it white. But who knows, maybe in a future project I'll use this cover because I love it. And I also had to think, do I want white writing? I said that looks disgusting. So no. And then once I finally was able to place the order, I placed the order in October. That everything was meant to arrive by November. And then November comes, sorry, the shipping company is actually going to hold it for 3 weeks because they're not leaving. So not only did I have to wait 3 weeks, and then we're delayed getting it leaving the port, and then it was going to arrive by December 7th. And I thought, okay, like I can still make it in time for Christmas sales. Nope, because there was another delay of some sort for some reason, and it wasn't going to arrive until the 24th of December. I thought, okay, like Christmas Eve, I'll go down, I'll pick them up. Nah, we've got to get them through customs and we need to load them from the boat to the port. Oh my God. And then, there it gets bad. It was a whole Boxing Day, New Year's, like public holiday, what day is it sort of thing. So I had to wait for all of them to be ready. That took another week. It got to December 30th and there was going to be like a fee to pick them up. Thought it'd be a couple $100 and it was $1,400 to pick up, to just pick the books up. We got them. We had the pre-sale going as well, and then I finally made my website live, which is stateofmind.co. That is pretty much the gist of how I got them from my brain to a product. But yes, they are available shipping Australia-wide at stateofmind.co. I have loved seeing you guys tag me in like the journals and you using them. But if you do want to get one, I'll have the website linked below, but it is just stateofmind.co. Same with Instagram, that is .au, because .co wasn't available. Yeah, I want to thank you all for your support already from Instagram. Very exciting. It's a very like nerve-wracking experience, but I thought, you know, this is something I want to do to help other people and finally put like my knowledge and my advice out there. They sell for $34.99. I wanted to make them as affordable as possible because I know that my sort of target audience is, you know, young adults and teenagers, and if you're going through high school, some journals that I see out there are like $50 upwards for small businesses, and I just thought like I couldn't, there's no way I could do that. As for international shipping, I know there are a few of you that really want to get your hands on one that are international. I'm still in the process of researching all of that and seeing what the cheapest option is, but it isn't cheap. And again, I don't know how companies do it because it is so expensive to ship internationally, and I'm like, who the hell would pay that? But as I said, they are available now. And yes, if you do want to get your hands on one, or you know someone who might like benefit from this sort of stuff, if you're interested in health and wellness, or you just want to have a productive 2023, and these could be the journals for you. And then if you order one, I will write a little personalized note as well. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you've watched this whole video, thank you very much. Yeah, I really appreciate everything that you guys have done and said, and anyone who's ordered already, it really means a lot to me. And I hope you guys love it. If you receive it, I hope you can make the most use out of it as possible. But yes, thank you all again. This is my journal, state of mind. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.